Hi, good morning. Depending on the time where you're tuning in from, it could be a good afternoon. So, welcome to the Study Abroad Q&A with a Fred Effect. So, we are here to just respond to some of the questions you may have about the study abroad process. This is an impromptu space, so do me a favor and repost this so that other people can tune in and also get their questions answered. So this is how it's going to go. So you request for the microphone, and if you have any questions about the study abroad process, if you have some experience to share, maybe you've gotten somewhere in the process or you're about to start, you don't know where to begin from, it's absolutely fine. I'll be happy to respond to them. If you're meeting me for the first time, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Frederick. I make content on studying abroad, sharing my experience doing so, and also the opportunity to assist thousands of people has given me that experience where I'll be able to give suggestions on how you can apply and gain admission as well as scholarship. And so I create content on how to go about the process. If you are familiar with the Fred Effect YouTube channel, then I'm the one behind it. There is a huge family on Facebook as well, X, and other social media platforms like TikTok. So from time to time, we come on Twitter, on a Twitter space to share, to respond to some of the questions you may have. On a weekly basis, we do what we call the Study Abroad podcast, where we invite individuals who have been through the process to also share their journey and how they did it, so you can also go through. I try and make my content in a more inspiring manner so that it doesn't look intimidating, or the whole process doesn't look cumbersome as it may seem. So yeah, if you have questions already, you can put in the request. I would approve it, and then we can start talking. If you could share, that would be great. So you can share it on other social media platforms so that other people can tune in and we can have a great interaction today. So in the month of November, there are a lot of universities that are waiving application fee that you could take advantage of. So as time goes on, I share some of them on X and also on Facebook. So within this, in the course of the space, I'll be sharing some of them. If you're working on these applications, you can take advantage of the application fee waiver period and put in your applications to some universities, especially if it aligns with the program you want to pursue. So it is possible to use your high school to apply for a bachelor's degree. If you have a diploma, you can either go in for a direct master's degree, or you can use your diploma to also apply for a bachelor's degree. So at the moment, the Fred Effect team handles applications for individuals with high school and diploma for free. So if you have a diploma or you have a high school qualification and you want to pursue a bachelor's degree, the team will take your document and then we work on your application for you. However, because we want to separate people who are serious from those who are not very well committed, there is a need to schedule a one-on-one meeting. The team will explain the entire process to you, and then afterwards we'll take your document and then we work on undergraduate applications for free. In terms of graduate applications, we do have a different package for it, which is the mentorship program, where we guide you through the entire process until visa approval. For more than half a decade, the team have a WhatsApp platform, which is strictly for individuals who have already secured a visa interview appointment and are preparing for the visa interview. So usually we would organize a mock session every single day to let you know what are some of the questions to expect, how to respond to them, and all that. We also have connections with former visa officers, Argo Visa, These are a team of former visa officers. So if you are preparing for the any category of visa interview, it will be ideal if you talk to a former visa officer for them to review your documents for you, understand your situation, and also guide you to prepare for the visa interview. So I pinned the link which you can use to schedule a one-on-one meeting with a former visa officer to the space, and so you can use that to schedule a meeting with a former visa officer if you are preparing for any category of visa. So the applications for 2025 are done in 2024. Some universities have already closed their admission for the fall semester, which was in November 1st. But a lot of universities, this is the admission period from now until February next year, 2025. A lot of universities have started receiving applications for the fall semester. It is still possible to that you can target if you are here to submit your applications will be for the fall semester 2025. So you are not late if you are still preparing to submit your applications, and especially if you are considering financial aid or scholarships, this is the best time to start putting in your applications. So I will be giving out some free applications that you can take advantage of. Sometimes it's a bit challenging to sort of pay for every application or every university you apply for. So if you get some of these waivers, and normally it's within a week that the university may be waiving the application fee. So if you take advantage of that, that will be super helpful. Yeah. So for now, you can put in your request. If you have a question, I'll be happy to respond to them. So at the moment, there's a university called Central Missouri University, University of Central Missouri. They are waiving the application fee for the month of November. Most of the universities, and I posted this on Facebook recently, that most of the universities in the state of Georgia will be waiving the application fee in the month of November. So if you want to apply to a school or a university or college in Georgia, this would be a good time to do so. So there's a university called Daytona College. There's a college called Daytona College, which is in Georgia. They are waiving application fee. Georgia Southern University, they are waiving from November 1st to November 30th. So that is for undergraduate applications. Some of these universities they will only be waiving for undergraduate applications, and sometimes you do not require a code to apply for free. So take notice of that. All right. So on this coming weekend on the Study Abroad podcast, I'll be sharing a lot of them, and we have made up our mind to sort of assist as many people as we can. So every weekend we try and make a draw and select one person that will go through the mentorship program for free or will benefit from the free undergraduate applications that is being handled by the FredEffect team. Understand that most of the information that you need to work on this process, we are not gatekeeping. I have a whole YouTube channel which is close to 170,000 followers. It's the biggest study abroad content platform, and all the information you need to handle this application on your own. You don't necessarily have to pay somebody to do it for you. If you watch these videos, it gives you a breakdown, a step-by-step approach on how you can get things done. And normally, like I said, I make the videos in a more inspiring way to let you understand that notwithstanding whatever your situation or your condition is, you can still do it. So initially, if you think that you don't have money so you cannot study abroad, that is why there is scholarship. So you apply for scholarship. If you are thinking about having a low CGPA, there are ways and means you can go around that. I have a whole 25-minute video explaining the various steps you can use if you have a low CGPA and how you can still apply. So you don't have to be discouraged. If you don't have money to pay application fees, we put out a lot of universities that are waiving application fee All you need to do is to just take advantage of that and apply, and you'll be good to go. All right, let's start with you know, taking some questions and then start responding to them. Let's start with Great Minds. Great Minds, go ahead. Go ahead with your questions, sir.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Fred. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So, I'm happy to share that I've gained admission to St. Louis University, PhD in chemistry, which is fully funded, of course. And now I'm left with the visa application. I received my I-20 this Monday, and the challenge here in Ghana, even those who have paid for the visa processing fee, they are not even able to book a regular date, let alone apply for emergency. And so I don't know what to do. I've been looking at other countries, but for the information I've read online, if you are not a resident of a particular country, you do not qualify for emergency appointment. And so I'm kind of stuck in the middle, not knowing what to do. So I wanted to use the opportunity to ask if I could get some help on that. Yeah, thank you.
All right. So first, congrats on your admission and scholarship. I'm super happy for you. And
Thank
your
you.
program starts in the spring, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So if your program starts in the spring, it means that at least I've not seen your I-20, but the earliest admission date will somewhere be in December. Now I
Yes.
do have a mock interview platform, like I started in the beginning when I said that every semester we create a mock platform that we help people prepare for the visa interview. As I speak with you now, there are close to 250 people on the platform, and most of them have been able to secure a date. I agree with you. There are currently, as I speak with you now, even if you're going to get a date, it will be in 2025. Now, if you're able to get that date, what happens is that you pay what we call the CVS fee, and then you put in an expedited appointment. Now, the good thing is that unlike the old portal, the new portal gives you an opportunity to reschedule 4 times. So even if the emergency request is not approved, you'll be able to reschedule for a better date. And even if if you get a visa interview date today and you get your visa today, you cannot come today. You have to wait until the earliest admission date. So I would highly suggest that you kindly be patient. The embassy migrated to a different portal, and so I think they keep on improving it and all that. If you want to go to a different country, obviously it's going to be more expensive compared to having your interview date in Ghana. That 100% depends on you. So you can be patient, create the DS-160, create the AVET portal, pay for the visa application fee, continue to monitor for a better date, or schedule 2025, pay service fee, put in emergency request, and your program will start in January. You still have like 2 months more to be able to schedule a date. And normally that's what I tell people on my mock interview platform, that the preparation for the interview is more important than crying for dates, because even in the COVID era, where the embassy closed down, people were still able to get a date and go for the interview. But you get it.
Okay.
So it's not as scary as people make it seem. I think a week ago, it's not been a week ago, the embassy released a lot of dates. And
Yes.
yeah, and people were able to schedule. Meanwhile, these people were scared that I'm not going to get a date. So I keep on telling them that it's not a big deal. It's not like it has not happened before. Nah, this is something that has been happening for some time now, especially after the COVID era. And so you definitely get a date. And the spring semester, it does not have a lot of people as compared to the fall semester. But
Yeah.
even within the fall semester, people were able to still get a date, right? So yeah,
Okay.
please be patient. It's not a big deal. It's not as scary as people make it seem. You will definitely get a date, and especially if you select a date, you put an emergency request, is being approved, you'll be able to get a closer date.
All right. Thank you. But please, how do I join your mock interview group?
So you send me a direct message on Instagram. The Instagram handle is the Fred Effect, and then you let me know you have an appointment. Then I'll share the link to the group with you. It's strictly for people who have an I-20 or have a date scheduled.
All right. Sure.
All right,
Thank you very much.
congrats, bro. Let's talk to Otu. Hi, Otu. Please go on.
Yeah, hello. Very well.
Kindly go ahead.
Can you hear me,
Please
please?
go ahead. Very clear.
Very well. So, for me, I hold a degree in physician assistantship, and I completed in 2022. But I read from you the fact that when you want to go in for a master's program, it has to be within a certain range, and it's almost 2025, so it's been 2 years already. Do I still qualify for a master's program? And are there schools that offer admission for masters without the WES or the evaluation of the transcript? Because that has really been my challenge to start with. So that's it for now.
All right, that's a good question. You have a very great background. I mean, there is no like if you graduated within 2 years, that's even shorter. So that's not a big deal at all. Of course, the 2 years gap will be captured on your resume as maybe work experience or something like that. So graduating 2 years is not a big deal. That's not a problem. And then coming to the WES evaluation, what happens is that there are some universities that you need to evaluate your credentials because sometimes there's a little bit of a difference between the local qualification and then the US qualification. So UDS, for example, has a CGPA of 5.0, but most universities in the US, require the 4.0 scale. So the evaluation does a lot of things, which, for example, it sometimes boosts your CGPA. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. And then these universities would want to understand your qualification from your home country, and that's why most of them, and also to be able to authenticate that indeed Mr. Otu is the one who attended, let's say, University of Ghana and had this qualification. That's some of the reasons why some of the universities require the evaluation. However, there are some institutions that even if you pay for the evaluation, they will not accept it. So there are three things. One, there are universities that strictly require the evaluation. All the two universities that I have attended did not require evaluation. So my first university did not require it. My second university did not require it. So not all universities require the evaluation. So there are universities that strictly require it. Two, there are universities that is indifferent. That is, if you have the evaluation and you present it, they may not care, they'll take it. But there are some of them too, the third one, that even if you have the evaluation, they wouldn't take it. A typical example is University of Alabama at Tuscaloosa. They would, even if you have the evaluation, they will still require that you use your original transcript from your university. So the evaluation is not compulsory for every school. And of course, your background is a great one. You can get a lot of options in terms of master's degree with a scholarship.
Very well. Thank you very much for your response. But again, I'm looking at offering something unless you advise otherwise. I'm looking at gaining some funding, a lot of funding actually, offering something in public health or in health service management. Because as a physician assistant working for the 2 years, we usually work in the rural areas and we are expected to manage the whole place and all that. Yes. So hoping to do something in health service management, mentioning in view of the fact that you said the two schools you've been so far do not really, they didn't demand the WS. Don't you think it has something to do with the kind of course you're applying for? Because me, for one, I've tried applying to quite a number of schools, but my applications are not considered because they are kind of incomplete before they can consider it based on the WES evaluation.
Okay.
So
So,
this is
so
the situation.
when it comes to the WES evaluation, it is actually not a departmental requirement. It is a university requirement. So, for example, a university like, let's say, Marquette University, it's a university requirement that you should evaluate your transcript. It doesn't matter the department. In my school, every department is a graduate school requirement that you don't necessarily have to evaluate your transcript. You can directly submit the, your original transcript from your university to be considered for the admission. Now, there are some, and I agree with you, eggs in one basket. I will even suggest more programs. So healthcare administration is there. You can look at gerontology, of course, physician assistantship. You can look at even nursing with your background is possible, healthcare administration and all that. So you shouldn't put your eggs in one basket. And you don't have to start your application only to realize that they require an evaluation. No. Remember, you can even find out from the university's website whether they require evaluation. And sometimes they are even categorical what kind of evaluation body you should use for your transcript evaluation. So you do not have to start the application to later on realize, like, for example, University of Dayton, they require the evaluation. And when you go through their requirements, they will let you, they are vivid, they are clear on that the school requires evaluation. So you don't have to necessarily begin, then you get stuck. No, it doesn't work like that.
Very well, very well. Thank you very much. But
right.
I would kindly plead with you that not for you to do my work for me, but it's mine. So if you can kindly assist me with a few schools that really do not demand them in a way, I would kind of really appreciate.
Oh, okay. So if
that's okay with you.
Watch any of my YouTube videos, then you already have two schools. My first university, I mentioned them in most of my YouTube videos, and then the second university I attended, the two of them do not require evaluation. If you remember, I told you that University of Alabama do not require. Recently, I think last month, they waived about $80 or $90 application fee. They don't require evaluation. Even if you evaluate it and then you should send it to them, they would demand for the original transcript. So there are a couple of schools like that University of Nebraska, Lincoln, for example, do not require evaluation as well. So there are lots of them out there.
Very well. Thank you very much.
All right, let's talk to another person. Let's see. So if you do have a question, just what all you need to do is to put in the request. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. My name is Fred. I'm behind the Study Abroad I'm behind the Fred Effects platform, and every weekend we have what we call the Study Abroad podcast. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform, and we make our content in a more inspiring way, and we just want to encourage everyone that it is possible. You can also do it. The only thing is that you need to find out how it is done so that you can go through the process smoothly and successfully. And people have already done it. So you just have to ask for ideas and information. You don't have to stress when people have already achieved what you want to go through. All right, let's talk to KP. KP, is it Kelvin Prince Barton, or what's the full meaning of the KP?
That's Kwaku Patrick.
Kwaku Patrick, is that what you say?
Yes, that's what I said.
Go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, and thank you very much for this opportunity. So I went for an interview, F1 visa interview this year. This year got denied, and I've secured a loan from Empower. I've requested for, and also deferred my program to next year fall. I've requested for an update of my I-20, and so that I can be able to book another date for the interview as soon as possible. But I have a challenge here. The challenge is that I've asked for the school to give me an extra funding if that could be possible. And from the department chair, he says I've been considered for an extra funding from the department. So I'd want to know, will the loan that I've secured from Empower affect the extra funding that I've been considered?
It depends on how the international office wants to capture it on the I-20. So depending on what university it is, you may be given what we call a financial support form or financial affidavit form. If you complete that form, you would decide how much you would want to apportion for the loan, and also fuse in the scholarship you've gotten from your department. I think that is good. You are not in a rush to go for the interview again, so that you can reassess what actually happened and the way out in terms of how you can improve your profile going in for the second attempt. I would also highly suggest that if you are deferring to the fall semester, then do not put your eggs in one basket. In as much as you are securing some funds from your school, as well as applying for the visa again, I would highly suggest that the fall semester is still some time away. There are a lot of schools you can also apply to. If that gives you a better profile compared to what you used for the earlier visa interview, then I would highly suggest that you do that. All right.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Let's talk to and yeah, I'm happy that it didn't break you. There sometimes when people go for the interview, it doesn't go as expected. It's difficult for them to even open up and seek for advice and all that. But it's good you are taking it in good faith, and I'm hopeful that when you improve your profile, you'll be approved on the next attempt. If you think you can, I would highly suggest that you can also schedule a meeting with the Argo Visa team, talk to a former visa officer before you go for the next attempt. Let's talk to.
Oh, okay. So please, talking about the Agro Visa, how much do they charge?
It depends on the package you want to go in for. So I pinned the link to the space. You can click on it and then you select whatever you're comfortable. All right. Let's talk to Godfather. Godfather, please go on. Godfather, kindly unmute your microphone and go ahead. All right. I think Godfather is not ready. So
I think I'm ready. Sorry about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Please, I want to ask a very important question for me. Probably may not be for other people, but for a first timer who's visiting your page for the first time, maybe learning about the FreddieFed, and who is interested in pursuing education internationally, what are some of the few advice that you can give me or any other person that is interested? Because I've been following for quite a while, and I've been wanting to ask this question for a long time. So this is the opportunity I'm having. So what is advice that you can give me or other people who are interested? What are the steps that we can take, like a stepping steps that we can take to to build our plans to study international?
Right. So I think the first step has already been taken, which is trying to seek for information on how to go about the process. And I'm sure that's the reason why you may come across such a platform like the FreddieFed platform. The second thing is that, and that's what the FreddieFed brand is built on, is to be very positive and understand that this process is possible. The next thing will be to be able to put your documents together. So if you're in you just graduated from high school, or you are even in university level 200, level 300, you start making a conscious effort to put together your documents. If it is possible to start applying for a passport as early as possible, you do that, knowing that you will need this document to work on the application. Again, if there's an opportunity for you to seek for clarification if watching the videos is not enough for you to start, and then you need somebody to actually guide you on what program to select, which country to opt for, which universities to choose for your application. It is also possible, and that's why I sometimes come on live spaces like this to respond to most of the questions that people have. I do a live session every weekend to also bring people on to motivate those who want to go through the process, that people like you have been able to do it. This is how they did it. This is the universities they applied to, and so you can also do it. I think this is a very important question. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so my follow-up question. Sorry. So currently I just finished a pathway with Brigham Young University Idaho, but it's online, and I'm currently gaining admission online to offer administrative assistance. Is there any way that if I become a student of that school and I'm doing it online, I'm here in Ghana, can I transfer to another school if I gain admission?
So when it comes to transfer, as an international student, we are talking about two things. We are talking about credit transfer and service transfer. So if it is online, it means that you do not have a service ID number, or it doesn't qualify you to get a visa, but you can definitely transfer your credit. Now, if you transfer your credit and then the school in which you are transferring to is offering your program on campus, then now you go for a visa interview, then you can join the program on campus.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Let's talk to another person. So we spoke to Godfather. Let's speak to Ejikeme. I don't want to mispronounce your name. I'm sorry. So can you please tell me what your name is? Ejikeme. Okay. All right. Ejikeme cannot hear me. I don't know if I am getting the name wrong, but I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. All right. Let's talk to James Latte. Hi, James.
Hi, Fred.
Who's going?
I have a simple question. I have gained admission to the California State University, Long Beach, and for the spring semester, and I applied for my I-20.
I'm sorry. You have a bit of a noisy background. Is it possible to secure a very quiet location, so we can talk? Let's talk to John Jala. Hi, John. Hi, John. Can you please hear me?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, very audible. Go ahead.
Yes, let me begin by appreciating you for the effort. I've been a long time follower for relatively 2 years now. Yeah, I have a few questions. I am currently a student, a final year student, pursuing a 3 years bachelor degree in health science in India. And now I've embarked on applying for schools. Like I submitted a school to the University of New Haven, and it's still under reviewed. And I got offer letter from Bristol University using my.
It's quite unfortunate. So you were very audible, but again, there's a bit of noise at the background. If you could secure a quiet location, it will help all of us. Mr. President, can you please go on? Hi, Mr. President. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Can you speak up a little bit, sir?
So my question. Yeah, I can. So my question is, I have a diploma in public administration, and I have my WASI results as well. So I wanted to know which of these two can qualify me for a higher scholarship, and also I applied to a school. No, I tried applying to a school in the States, and then the school was considering me for a scholarship, but before I have to evaluate my transcript first. That is my high school transcript, and then I told them that I haven't heard of how to evaluate it before, and then he said that I should do a basic evaluation, which will consider me for a scholarship for the undergraduate, and it will be a big one. So I was asking of how to do the basic high school transcript evaluation, or if possible, what do you suggest, using my diploma in public administration or using the high school transcript?
Is it a 2-year diploma or a 3-year diploma?
It's a 2-year diploma.
Okay, so if you want a quicker option, it would be the Spantran evaluation, which is about $170 to $190. West will take some time, and it's about $200. So I would suggest that the Spantran will be quicker. It will probably take between 3 to 5 working days for you to get it. So use Spantran if you can afford that, to evaluate the transcript so that you use it for the application. All right, let's talk to the next person. Grace, please go on. Hi, Grace. Can you please hear me?
Yes.
Kindly go ahead.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My question is, I've gotten an admission and my I-20 is ready, but I don't know. Maybe there's a platform that can help to like borrow money for visa fee and the service fee.
I do not know any platform like that for now. I know that there is Grassack. You are Nigerian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I know there is a Grassack. It's actually a Ghanaian platform, Grassack USA, which is an association of students from Ghana in the US. They normally pay people's application fees and then review documents for them. I do not know if you being from a different country, you qualify to be part or you can benefit from that. For now, apart from them, I do not know of any platform that do that. Obviously, if I do come across anything like that, I'll be happy to share it on social media so that people can benefit from it.
Okay, thank you so much.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Which university is it?
Northeastern University.
Oh, okay. Is it for masters or for undergrad?
For masters.
Okay. I know Northeastern required an enrollment deposit. How did you pay that though?
My uncle helped me with that.
Okay. And so if you are able to pay the visa application fee, how do you pay the service fee?
The issue is that he promised to help me with one, but he's not responding. So that's why I'm trying to look out of the box.
Oh, okay. Okay. He promised to help you with the service fee or the visa application.
Yes. Yes.
What program is it?
Project management.
Oh, okay. Okay. Everything will be fine. I'm thinking about maybe an alternative to see if I'll be able to help you. But now I can't come up with anything. But this is quite impromptu, and so hopefully maybe we'll be able to sort out something in the future.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's talk to James. Hi, James.
Hi, Fred. Please, I hope you can hear me.
I can. Very good.
I've gotten an admission to California State University, Long Beach, to offer pure mathematics studies with a concentration in pure mathematics. And also, I've been able to secure an educational loan that is Empower, covering everything. But when I requested for the I-20, the amount was allocated to personal funds. And I'm a little bit confused as in going to the visa interview with my amount being allocated to personal funds and me having Empower. Can I continue with the process or I have to? Because when I asked the school to, if they can actually change it or record it, as in list the Empower on the I-20, they were saying that the I-20 they gave me is accurate, but I have to go to the visa interview with the letter. So I'm a little bit confused.
So what happens is that different universities, have different ways of capturing funding on the I-20. So some universities, like you clearly indicated, they will capture it as personal funds, even though it's a loan. So that this is an assumption that the funds from the loan company is being allocated to you, and so it's your personal funds that you're going to use to support your education. Now, the good thing about the interview is that you have an opportunity to explain what is not on paper. So if a question like who is paying for your education, then you have an opportunity, even though it's being captured as personal fund, that you have secured, an educational loan from Empower, and then you have an opportunity to explain. So that is why the interview is there, so that you have that opportunity to be able to explain how you are funding your education, the source of the funds, and all that.
Okay. And sorry, secondly, I applied for a graduate teaching assistantship at the university, but the admission came before they started reviewing the applications. So I'm asking if, let's say, the application for the GA goes in successfully and it comes, is it possibly the deficit I can still use the Empower to support it? As in, can they reduce the amount, as in to fit the amount needed, as in the total amount?
That would 100% be determined by the international office of your school. But ideally, that is how it's supposed to be. That maybe if the cost of attendance is 20,000, and then your scholarship is giving you, let's say, 18,000, you can obviously use the deficit. You can obviously use the loan to cover the deficit. If you think that would be a good combination for the visa interview approval. So if you think a personal funds would have been better, so for example, if the cost of attendance is 20,000, the scholarship is covering 19,000, and you think maybe for the $1,000 there's no need to come in with a loan, which will be, of course, will come with an interest, then you would have to submit a financial statement so that they would update your I-20 based on how you think you'll be very comfortable explaining your case at the embassy. All right. Let's talk to another person. So, Marcelina, please go ahead. Hi, Marcelina. Can you please hear me? Okay. Marcelina is not ready. So let's talk to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Please go on.
Hi.
Yeah, kindly go ahead.
All right. Okay. So I'll be done with school on 30th November, but I was looking out for schools that would accept 3-year diploma, but I also got schools that accept like transcripts without evaluation, and then probably my results will come on February. So then I get my 2-year top up as well to add it up. When I checked those schools, I saw some deadline where April and even May for international students. So I was wondering that should I wait if I apply? Would I get the possibility of getting an assistantship?
So what?
Since the deadline.
Yeah. So what happens is that there are mostly 2 deadlines. The first deadline is the deadline for submitting your application. Now, most universities will give you an opportunity to submit your documents later on after the application has been submitted. So if the deadline for submitting the application is, let's say, December, you can go ahead and upload your passport, you can upload your statement of purpose, your resume, and all those other documents. But you wait on your transcript, and then later on, even though the application has been submitted, sometimes you can even go ahead and pay for the application fee. Later on, you add the supplementary documents or the other required documents that has to be uploaded before the application can be reviewed.
Okay. So I don't have to wait to get my second transcript before I start applying?
Not necessarily.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just wanted to be clear on
that.
The
only thing is that if you indicate that you have a certain qualification, so for example, when you're applying to the school, they will give you an opportunity to type in your academic qualification. So you put in your diploma, and then maybe you put in the bachelor's degree as well. You upload the transcript for the diploma. The application will be incomplete, even though you can submit it. The application will be incomplete until you've uploaded the transcript for the bachelor's degree.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to John. John, please go on.
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Very audible.
Okay. Yes, as I was saying, I'm a final year student in India, and I'm doing a 3 years bachelor degree.
Do you say India or in MBA?
In India. I'm a Liberian, but I'm in India.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm doing a 3-year course, 3 years bachelor in health science, and I aspire to do a MPH, that is Master of Public Health. I have applied to New Haven using my completed transcript, and also to a UK university, Bristol. And I got an offer from Bristol without funding. So now my question here is, literally emailed the Department of New Haven regarding my current status as I'm still a student, but I didn't get a redress. It was just like I should submit my application, and then it is from my application they will determine my qualification for the program. And I'm still working on other applications like Brenda's University and others. So my first question is, does the US University accept applications from applicants who are still a student, like a final year student?
Yeah, that was really depend on the university in question. So normally, if you have 3 years or 6 semesters of academic transcripts, most universities would allow you to upload that and indicate when your graduation date will be, or when you're going to complete your current program. So the assumption is that the admission process will go through. By the time you go through the visa process, the final transcript will be ready so that you can bring it to the school when you're finally reporting to school.
So I got a bona fide certificate, like an attestation certificate from my university. And on that certificate, the expected completion date is July of 2025. I also uploaded that bona fide certificate to where they requested for degree.
Right. So it means that if you're aiming at the fall semester begins somewhere August, September. So by then you might have the entire transcript so that you can submit it to the school once you receive that the visa and you're coming. All right. Let's talk to Marcelina. Hi, Marcelina. Go ahead.
Hi, Fred.
I'm good.
How are you doing? I'm also good. I would like to find out if study gap affects your chances of getting the visa.
So
like a long study gap.
Yeah. The visa interview is all about questions and answers, right? So you just should have a good answer for why that study gap. And obviously the obvious one would be reflected on your resume, which is I've been working from the time I graduated from maybe this institution till now. So you should find something that has been keeping you active, either professionally or academically, to fit in that study gap. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. You have a second question?
No.
Okay. Adekunle, please go on.
Okay, good afternoon, Fred. Okay, so my question is, for somebody that is planning to apply for universities in US, do you think proficiency tests, like English proficiency test, would be one of the prerequisites, especially from a English-speaking country, maybe Nigeria or Ghana
Yeah,
or
I
something?
mean, not necessarily the exams, even though some universities will require either the IELTS or TOEFL or Duolingo. Mostly, if you're from an English-speaking country, you just need a proof. Just like you telling me you have a bachelor's degree, you should have a proof, which is your transcript. If you tell me you're from Nigeria, that's not enough. You should have a proof, which is your passport. So you can't say that you are proficient in English just like that. You should have a proof, which is the English proficiency letter, to prove that you can speak and write English proficiently, so that the school or the university wouldn't demand for an IELTS or TOEFL exams.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk to Kwesi, the BAP. Hi, Kwesi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Go ahead, sir.
So my question has to do with the funding. So last we spoke, I think I've got admission to UB, University at Buffalo, but I've applied to other universities. For the Buffalo, apparently the scholarship might come around January thereabout. So I was looking at to applying to Empower. Okay, so after the application, I'm here to like they want to use my like they need my address, which I'm trying to gather to fill it out. So for this particular loan, okay, what if my question is the other schools I've applied to, if maybe I get admitted to those ones who will give me like better scholarship or something, what do I still go ahead to apply for the Empower or like, and can I change when that happens, or like do I wait once I get the admissions from the other ones, then um I'll see what I can do.
So, the Empower has specific universities that they sponsor. So it's not every program, neither is it every university. And, until you start schooling, the money is not disbursed to the university. So even if you have the loan approved and then you decide that, okay, I'm not going to this school anymore, I'm going to another school because they offered me a good scholarship or stuff like that. It is only when you start schooling and the money is disbursed to the school that you are binded to the contract. So basically that's how it works. So obviously you can get a loan approved, get a different school. You decide that, okay, that is the school I want to go in for. It means you're not under the contract with Empower any longer.
But then can I change it? Like right now, this is what the amount I'm requesting for is for like this particular school. If the other schools come in and maybe the fees are like lower,
can you use
like
the same Empower loan you applied for the new school? Is that what you mean?
yes, or would I have to start an application with Empower
You have
again?
to,
Like
because you need to state the institution you are going to when you're applying for the loan. And like I said, the Empower does not sponsor every school, neither do they sponsor every program. So if the new school you're applying for is among the selected schools that Empower sponsors, obviously, yeah, you can.
okay, thank you.
All right, let's talk to Elam. Hi, Elam, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I recently graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science from Ghana, UPSA, and I'm working on my applications. But what I find my obstacle is that the GRE requirement from the schools. That's the obstacle worrying me now.
All right. So with every requirement, you can ask for a waiver. So for example, most universities require international students to have an English proficiency exams, either the IELTS or TOEFL. But if you have, an English proficiency letter from your institution, you can ask for a waiver. The same thing, you can talk to the director of the program and ask if it is possible for the GRE to be waived. Now, if it is possible, they will let you know. If it is not, they'll make it clear and tell you that you need to specifically get it before you can apply to the school. So you can ask for a waiver. Obviously, you can opt for universities that make it optional as well, or opt for a program that could make it optional. So the fact that you have a bachelor's degree in actuarial science does not necessarily mean that you should only limit yourself to programs in actuarial science. There are other related programs that you can opt for. Okay. All right, let's go to Fatal. Hi, Fatal. Hello, Fatal. Please go on. Okay, Fatal is not ready. So we talk to Emmanuel. Hi, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you please hear me? You can unmute your microphone and go ahead.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so I am a Nigerian. I have a national diploma and a higher national diploma, and also a chartered member of Human Resource Management, the institute here in Nigeria. So please, I would want you to help me with schools that actually accept HND without evaluation. That's one. Then two, I would want your advice. Now, I'm looking at also applying for probably a certificate or a diploma, postgraduate diploma. Will I have any issue on visa approval owing to me applying to those courses, those programs rather?
All right. So, if you have a diploma and another qualification, that means that if you combine the two of them, that gives you like 4 years, right?
4 years, yes.
Yeah, so that is equivalent of a bachelor's degree. So yes, there are a lot of universities you can apply. So it wouldn't be advisable to only apply with. So the first one is 2 years, the second one is 2 years, or is it 3 years and a year? How is it?
No, it's 2 years, 2 years.
Okay, so you cannot apply with only one because that would be insufficient. That would be like 4 semesters for one qualification. So you need to combine the two of them and then use it for the application. So Bowling Green University, Bowling Green State University, they can, they can accept your two qualifications without an evaluation. I mentioned University of Alabama initially. So there are a lot of schools you can apply without the evaluation. But the reason for the evaluation is to make sure that your qualification is being is comprehensible to the foreign educational system. So combining your two transcripts, giving you a single transcript, that will be understandable to them. And what was the next question you asked?
Okay, I'm asking if
applying
I
for a
go
certificate
for
program. Yeah, that's good. So postgraduate diploma, that is absolutely fine. But I think that it would be advisable if you have a progressive academic qualification. So you have a bachelor's degree. Why not going for a master's degree instead? Is it possible to apply to such programs? Yes, it is possible. But mostly in the US, certificate programs do not qualify for visa. So you need to have, traditional maybe master's degree program, something like that.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much.
Let's talk to Gerard. Hi, Gerard.
Hello. I wanted to ask, I'm offering civil engineering in Europe. I'm in my third year, and I wanted to know what some circumstances I want to join my family in the US, and I wanted to know, is it like possible for me to continue from third year, or do I have to start all over again?
If the university you're applying to accept you to transfer your credit, then yes, you can continue from either the senior year or sophomore.
Oh, okay. So please, how do I get in touch with you?
You're already in touch with me. We are talking.
Yeah. So I mean, I want one-on-one for you to help me with that.
There's a link in my bio that you can use to do that. You can schedule a one-on-one meeting if you want to. I would advise that. I don't know why people would want to push for that instead of getting things for free. You don't appreciate the fee. Talking to you for free, right?
I mean, I want like deeper conversation.
I get it. So there's a link in my bio. You can use that to schedule a meeting. All right, let's talk to Ambassador. Hi, Ambassador.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
You're the Nigerian ambassador to Ghana, or which ambassador are you?
Ambassador to Nigeria.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there's this particular school, University of Kentucky. So I really have this much interest in this school, and I paid for the application fee, but I see that I didn't do well in my SOP. So I asked for me to update it, which the program director requested that I can update it and send the updated SOP to admission committee, something like that. Gave me the email. But when I asked, some people said that it's a red flag for me to update my SOP. So I just wanted to ask.
No, it's not. They are also humans. Especially if the deadline of the program is not up yet, it means that they've not started reviewing the applications yet. You get it? So if you,
Yes, sir. They have not started.
they've not started reviewing the applications. It means that when there is time for review, and it's actually a smart decision that you feel like, okay, you could have done better. And if it was not feasible or possible, the director of the program wouldn't allow you to do that. But since they've not started reviewing applications yet, even if there are other documents you want to add to the application and they give you an opportunity to submit it, yeah, you can do that. It's not a problem.
All right, thank you very much.
All right. Simplicity, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fred.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, can you hear me? Good afternoon, Mr. Fred.
And unfortunately, your background is a little bit noisy, but go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me better? Can you hear me better?
Okay, let's talk to Emmanuel now. Simplicity, please get a quiet background. It will be helpful to all of us. Emmanuel, please go ahead. Emmanuel Kaleji. Am I getting the name right? Emmanuel, instead of putting up your hand, you should unmute your microphone.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, please, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please, I'm Emmanuel Kaleji from Ghana. That's UCC. I completed that was last year.
Which hall were you? Don't say Casford.
Okay, I was in Kwame
Oh,
Nkrumah
Kwame Nkrumah no be call. Go ahead.
So I read BSc Mathematics and Statistics. Oh, and I had second class, but I was 3.1 CGPA. So I one of your programs which I attended, that was last year. And I had a school that was Michigan Flint. So I applied and I had that I was admitted to read BSc, MSc, Computer Science and Information Systems.
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm listening.
Yes, and unfortunately, the scholarship or the help I was given from, or the funding I was given from the school, it wasn't enough. So I decided to defer the program to this year, and the school accepted it. So they deferred me to this year. They said I will still have the little funding they gave to me. So I also want to find out if there will be any effects, or will it?
Oh, Emmanuel, you're breaking. Unfortunate. Oh, Emmanuel, you have to reposition yourself, and then you can request for the microphone again. I'll approve it so you can come. All right, so let's see if we can pick some questions on the Facebook and YouTube as well. Okay, so I lost Emmanuel. Emmanuel, please reposition. I think I would love to listen to your question and respond to it. So please request. Taka, okay, so Taka, the best way to reach out would be via Instagram. Shout out to you, George. In Prime, good afternoon. Frederick Donko, first to be here. Okay, thank you so much. Alom, good day. Shokoya, I don't know if I'm getting the name right. Hello, Shokoya. And then Sandesh, Faustina Du, hello. Dennis Ni Odai, God bless you, bro. Daniel Mendy, and Omar, Hashim Ibrahim, Lisa, Joel, and Sandesh, Udoka. Shout out to you, Udoka. All right. So what instead I've been searching for universities that offer MSc in biotechnology, but all I get is schools with low acceptance rate. When you say low acceptance rate, what does it mean? Hi Fred, na Ajoko. Hi na somewhat Ofori, and then Ebenezer Botti. All right, so let's see if we can pick up some more questions. Hi, Fatal. Let's see if Fatal can hear me. Hi, Fatal. Okay, so guys, we'll bring it to a close today. This was an impromptu space. Thank you for joining. Every weekend we have what we call the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. So if you join, you'll be able to get your questions answered there as well. The quickest way to get in touch with me will be via Instagram. You send me direct message via Instagram. I'll be happy to respond to that. Thank you for joining. And please, there are a lot of universities waiving application fee in the month of November and obviously in December as well. If you are yet to submit your applications from now until February next year, that is where you target the fall semester admissions. And most scholarships are given for the fall semester. So if you are yet to submit your applications, you are not late. You can put in your applications. I'll be happy to respond to your questions via Instagram. Just go to Instagram, search for the Fred Effect and say hi. If you want a private one-on-one conversation, if you check the bio of all the social media platforms, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, you can click on that link. We schedule a private one-on-one conversation. If you are preparing for a visa interview, if you are not getting a date for your visa interview, please relax. It's not the end of the world. There's a new system, and so take your time. Your program starts in January. You still have like 2 months. You'll be able to get a date. You can select a date which is not favorable, pay service fee, put an emergency request. When it's being approved, then you'll be able to select a closer date. Please be positive and understand that everything will be fine. If you've ever been denied a visa interview, don't worry. Try again. From this side, we can't give up, right? And if you want to schedule a one-on-one conversation with a former visa officer, that would be super helpful to prepare you before you go for your visa interview. There is a link I'm demonstrating on the screen. You can use that. Check my Instagram and then X, and you can click on that link to schedule a meeting with a former visa officer. So it's been a wonderful session. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. My name is Fred. This has been the Fred Effect. I'll see you in another session.